You're watching Hook, Line and Sinker and our audacious attempt to circumnavigate the state of Tasmania. We're following in the footsteps of bass and flinders, a couple of upstarts who did a similar thing 215 years ago.
We've made it as far as the Tamar River, about halfway along the top bit of Tassie, and here we were very interested to learn is the Bass and Flinders Centre, complete with a full-size replica of their early model bar crusher. And so this remarkable vessel is the Norfolk, or a replica of the Norfolk, which is the vessel, Andrew, which spirited bass and flinders around Tasmania more than 200 years ago.
Nick, it's tight down below.
Yes.
You wouldn't want to be a big man back in the day. This is Matthew Flinders' cat, who also made the voyage. A beautiful little pussy.
Looking the worse for wear after 215 years. One thing we have discovered here on our sort of look back into history is the fact that they went the wrong way.
They did. They were a bit dumb. They went west from the heads into the treacherous waters of the west coast. They did survive, but we think too dangerous, so we're heading to the calmer waters of the east coast.
It does fill one with a sense of adventure though, and salt in the veins and the whip of the spray.
Indeed, it was such a powerful experience we became quite caught up in the whole bass and flinders story. Some may say too caught up in it. Flinders' cat was called Trim.
Yep. You know, they...
The French ate Trim.
Yes. And when Bass and Flinders were here,
story.
they didn't even bother to try and catch a fish. What they did was kill 70 swans and ate them instead.
The French ate Trim, the cat.
I know.
I'll untie it.
All right, care to take the helm, old chap?
Yep.
Okay, cast off.
What sort of a person eats a cat?
Now, I'm told they can be delicious. Stringy, but delicious.
Are you Bass or Flinders?
Flinders. The captain.
I'm Bass.
Yeah.
So it was your cat?
Yeah, I'm grieving.
Do you reckon Bass or Flinders had life jackets in the day?
No. Probably not. They were a bit devil may care when it came to personal safety. Once again we headed to sea. The North Coast and Bass Strait had been kind, but we ached for the wide blue yonder of the open ocean. Alright, so the North Coast and the wind and tide chop has given way as we turn the corner, Andrew, onto the east coast of Tasmania, where we are presented with more of an oceanic roll.
Nick, it's beautiful the east coast. It's gentle. It's often much calmer than anywhere else around Tasmania. It's got the continental shelf and the East Australian current. The water here at the moment is warm. It's 20 odd degrees.
That gives us hope that it may also be carrying fish species that like that warmer water. We're out wide of the shelf and we're hoping today for game fish. Not a bad way to make distance either this.
No, you're just going slow, 6 or 7 knots. If you do it for 6 or 7 hours, you get sort of 36 to 42 miles down the coast using no fuel. And just like Bass and Flinders, we're running 5 rods out there and hopefully we'll get a bite at some stage, sir.
Thank you, sir. So I may slip to quarters and just get changed, if that's all right, sir, out of my formal, my best.
If you want to, sir.
Yeah, I don't want to get blood on this. Is it it's a double? Woo! A double? You go for the little one, Hardy. I'll go for the big one.
Fish here everywhere.
Are there? Oh, good. All right. So good. Good. What have we got? What are they? They're not big fish. Stripies. Are they little striped tuna? There is nothing in the sea that's bigger than them that won't predate on that fish.
Nope.
Your male and your big yellowfin, everything loves to eat those. We will pop him off and get him prepared for bait.
Yes, I've got one on here as well.
Excellent.
So our setup, Bass,
I see myself more as Flinders, yep.
Yeah, Flinders is, we're running sort of 5 lures, 3 of them big, 2 of them small.
Yeah.
Hoping the big one goes off with some sort of big game fish, but because we don't want to get too bored And because we know that the big ones probably won't go off, we're running small lures as well, just to have some fun.
It's an insurance policy.
That's right. And yes, another lovely little tuna.
Nice fish. I'm going to kick it back into gear.
There we go, kick it back into gear. Yes!
Yes, we're on again.
Oh!
These obviously little stripies again.
Little stripies again, so all is looking okay.
But then we saw some massive shapes busting the surface. A pack of big boy yellowfin tuna, maybe 80 kilos. We trolled over the spot.
Whoa! That's it! Is he there?
No!
Oh no!
That was a big boy.
Oh no!
That was a big boy. All right.
Oh
These
no!
over there. Sadly, that was the last we saw of Big Boy and his mates. With the clock ticking, it was time to make other plans. We had to get Andrew back to land and home to his very pregnant wife, who was due any minute. Plus, I had to find something to eat for dinner. All right, so sadly, our dreams of 80 kilo yellowfin have sort of all turned to dust. Haven't had any more action on that front. And for myself and Mike the cameraman, who are sleeping on board tonight, that throws up the vague issue of sustenance and what we are actually going to eat. Andrew, who is going to leave us tonight and go home and give his heavily pregnant wife a foot massage, says that Ray's Brim are amongst, if not the finest eating fish in the sea. I've never caught one, I've never seen one. How do you say this is easy?
Look, Nick, that's what the people tell me.
Right.
They're a mid-water fish.
Yeah.
We're just coming in from where we've been,
Yeah.
and we're on the shelf here, the drop-off of the continental shelf.
Yeah.
And apparently your Ray's Brim, spelt R-A-Y apostrophe S.
Like as in it is
Brim.
Ray's Brim.
Like it's Ray's
Yeah,
Brim.
the possession
Like
of Ray.
He was pretty arrogant when he first discovered that Brim. He just
Yeah.
named it after himself.
I love
old
this
Ray.
one.
But they swim somewhere between the bottom and the surface. And when we find what depth that they're swimming in, it's just a matter of dropping our bait down. They'll also eat a lure or a jig.
Electric reel is out. We're at 307 metres just at the moment.
No bites.
You're saying it'll happen quickly?
I think if they're there, yeah. They're sort of like a piranha.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Come in. Try about 220 metres, Nick. There's a show
Bit of a
fish.
show. Coming up to 220.
Yes, that's them, Nick.
That's them, Andrew. We're on, are we?
250 metres. Make sure you've got him. You got him. You got him.
I'm going to hit him.
Because he's dinner. Make sure you've got him. You've got him.
Oh, we've got him. We've got him.
We've got something.
Oh.
I'm still heartbroken about that big fish that got away, the one that got away, but have a look at the end of this rod. And this is why electric reel fishing is sport fishing in its absolute best quality. Look at it. Look at how much this fish is fighting, Nick.
Look at it. It is almost like it's a TV show that you're watching.
Yes.
And it's almost like that for us.
That could be on TV, couldn't it?
Sort of could.
Look, it's going like that. And
It's
you're
a
as excited as we are.
210 metres. So there is some time. We might have some atmospheric music.
Good idea.
I don't like that one. Can you change that? That's better. So I'm very interested to see one of these fish.
Right, what in your mind, how do you picture
Well, I can
Rose
only
Brim?
really picture a blue-eye trevally. I guess
Right,
that's what
well,
I'm seeing.
Okay. Think piranha.
Big piranha.
Well, they're not that big, but
Okay.
think piranha. Can you picture a piranha
Yes,
in your
I can.
mind? Yeah. Yeah, we've got colour.
Got colour?
Yeah, we've got a raise, I'd say.
Okay. Goodness me. What an extraordinary looking fish.
Now, that's what we're talking about. And look at the colours on it, because they will kind of change in the sunlight.
So he's come from, we're at 250,
So
where there's
let's get it
not
back down there.
a lot of colour, presumably.
No, and I don't know what the colour's doing on the camera, but he sort of changes colour as you sort of turn him around. He's got purples, he's got silvers, he's sort of almost a mirror.
And he's a nice thin fish and white.
Eating wise, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Pretty much like all the fish that come from down there.
Brilliant. Not a big one. Your probably average size is maybe that big.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's get down there.
Yeah, get down there, get a big one. But that's, at least you've got something to eat tonight.
It's looking a bit slim pickings for Mike, the cameraman, at this point.
It is. That's your raised brim. Look at his head. Piranha, see?
Once we got our technique sorted, the rays came thick and fast. Well, at least enough for a feed. Then thoughts turned to getting Hart off the boat and back to his expanding family. We set course for one of Tassie's most iconic strips of sand, Wineglass Bay. To say it was a pleasant trip would be an understatement.
And we have made it. This is the world-renowned Wineglass Bay, Nick.
Andrew, 176 kilometres covered for the day, less than 100 litres of juice, which is great. Fishing was almost spectacular.
The one that got away.
As it was pretty good. But you, sir, have something of a hike. You've got to get back to your wife, heavily pregnant. There is between you and her not a metaphorical mountain, but a literal mountain. We'll drop you off at the beach. This is funny. You've got thongs to hike over a mountain.
Should be right.
Righto.
I'll take my thongs back.
Yeah. You're away? We're away. Okay. Give Bella our love. At least he's got company. And so began a night of contrasts. I tossed out the anchor and settled into a couple of exquisite raised brim burgers.
Oh, I'm fit. I am so fit.
Yes, things were a bit different for me.
Oh, this is not easy. I don't suspect this would be any easier than having a child, than giving birth.
I climbed up and down a mountain in my thongs. It's not being a good husband is all about. Then had to anoint my poor wife's swollen feet. Tomorrow, though, is another day.